It is Thursday, aka Friday Junior.
Yes,
How are you
it
doing,
is.
Rochelle?
I'm doing really good. How are you?
Doing pretty well. You know, even with some of the rain still, I have to say it was warm this morning. I was like outside and I was like, wow, it
It
feels so
was.
good.
I don't recall.
Okay, well, it
I
wasn't
put a
as warm
jacket
as
on.
yesterday, but what's it called?
Tuesday.
Thank you. Ooh.
Tuesday was beautiful.
That was beautiful.
It was a beautiful day.
And I don't think we're going to get any more of those. But, you know, today, not too bad with the rain, I will have to say.
Not too bad. And if it is, well, clearly it is, you can sit inside and watch some Studio 10 so you can get all cozy and grab a glass of wine because we have a local winery joining us today. So they're going to tell us about some of their fall and Halloween-themed wines.
You look like you're going to a winery. You look very
Yeah.
nice. I like this dress. I was pointing out. I was like, I like that. It's
Thank
so
you,
cute.
thank you.
You're welcome. Andrew, wait, you have these fun little, like, earrings
These
here.
are from Keens.
Oh.
Yeah, where our new Skycam is.
Yeah.
Right out there in Mason.
Those are so fun.
Thank you,
okay,
thank
we
you.
have
I
to
love
do a little
them.
trip out there. Do
Yeah, I
some
think you
Christmas
should.
shopping because holidays are...
Okay, it's a perfect place to go Christmas shopping there. Trust me. Love it,
All right.
love it.
I know, you went, so all right, I'll take your word for it.
So we have some winery, like I said, and you can grab a wine glass from Keens as
Cheers
well
to
while
that.
you're over there. Plus, we're doing our You're Not Alone mental health series. So today we're actually talking about cyberbullying, and I spoke to a few local public figures that have dealt with cyberbullying. I feel like a lot of times when you see someone who's a celebrity or somebody who's on TV, even us. For instance, people think, oh, they won't see my comments. They have tons of followers. They have tons of likes, comments. They're not reading through those. But I was speaking to a few of these women, and comes to find out they actually do. I know we do sometimes, unfortunately.
And it can hurt. You know, we're all
Yeah.
people, so not kind words are hurtful.
Yeah. And I feel like that idea, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. That kind of message has been kind of lost throughout time, especially in the age of social media. So we'll be talking to two girls and talking about how that's impacted them. Yeah. And also a local therapist has a message for people behind the screen as well. So definitely a good story to listen to. And we'll also, speaking of celebrities, we'll be talking to another celebrity makeup artist.
Oh,
okay.
We always love good makeup tips.
Yes, and she has done makeup for red carpets, for award shows, for Cheryl Lee Ralph. You know that's my girl. Okay?
Okay,
Yes.
bring her in quickly.
Yes, she will be
We
here
need to know.
Well, she's going to be giving away some of those tips that she's used on some celebrities as well. Some of those things include like using blush for lipstick or using contour for your eyeshadow. So she'll be telling you some things that you need to have in your fall makeup kit.
Sometimes you forget that some of the tools you have, like you can use it for other things. Just because it says it's for this, you don't have to use it for that.
Way, okay? But
That's so
why
smart. Wow.
she's able to think 2 steps ahead. That's
Yeah.
why she's the
Okay.
expert,
Yeah.
not us. And what's cool is that she's from Lansing.
Is she really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, well, you're going to learn today at 3 p.m., okay?
Okay.
So, but if you happen to miss anything, just head on over to our YouTube, subscribe, WILX Studio 10. We'll put a few of those snippets as well on Instagram, and we will see you guys soon.
All right. Thank you, Rochelle. If you want to grab a Colton for us over there. I know he's a little busy bee today. But yes, you can always stay connected with Studio 10 with that WILX Studio 10. David was cracking a joke over there.
I heard what he said.
Yeah. Should we repeat it or no?
Uh-oh, I just closed out of my iPad.
I'll give you a second there. Here we go. Colton, everyone.
Hello, yes, I was talking. Typically what I do, I'm a little
good
bit...
at that.
I'm a bit chatty sometimes.
Chatty Colton.
Yeah, but it's okay,
All right. You get paid to do that,
Literally, my job is to talk, so...
And talk about the weather a little bit more specifically.
Yeah, so weather-wise, today hasn't been too bad, honestly. We saw some rain earlier this morning, but that moved away. And now we are seeing some drier times. It's still cloudy. But we've seen a few breaks in the clouds every now and then, so if you do see any of that, consider yourself lucky, because we're generally cloudy across the area. But I do want to show you, let's show you satellite radar, because what we're seeing with that is the sun breaks in the clouds, but there's still a ton of moisture showing up on satellite radar across the region, and that rain that's down into Illinois will be moving in our direction later today, so we're not done with the rain. It probably won't be until late Friday night that we start to say goodbye to this weather pattern a bit, and we start to see some nicer weather take on over. Let me see if I can get my iPad to stop freezing. Hang on.
It's having one of those days.
It is, and then we just did some updates and things like that, so, sometimes that causes things to happen. But either way you look at it, the weather has been okay today. I just force
You're not
closed
too
the
bad.
app. So
Okay.
let's see.
Give it a hard reboot right
Yeah,
there.
we're
Well, you
okay.
can look at the radar right now. Like Colton was saying, if you woke up this morning like I did, you probably saw a few raindrops, or maybe more than a few raindrops on your car. Wipe
There
it
it
away
goes.
with the windshield wipers. But yeah, it definitely looks like it's clearing up.
Yeah, and you can see that there are some thin spots there on the clouds, or in the clouds right there along I-94. So we will see at least some sunshine try to sneak in here this afternoon, but I don't think it's going to be a ton, and not more than just a few breaks in the clouds. And temperatures, though, where we are starting to see that, have rebounded nicely. Look at 70 degrees right now in Hillsdale, 72 in Adrian, 71 over in Ann Arbor. Many of us, though, are still in the upper 60s, but I think we'll find ourselves into the lower 70s later this afternoon. So another very warm day. Remember, average heights today, I think, is 56. So we are way above that already, and we're going to continue to be. We already showed you a live look from our MSU Sky Cam, but here's another one. Again, pointing out the fact that it is dry, and we have seen some breaks in those clouds, and it is okay out there, but has been windy. We've had that nice breeze from the southwest, gusting anywhere between 15 to 25 miles per hour. This wind, unfortunately, is not going anywhere. We're going to see these winds continue to come in from the southwest even overnight and into the day tomorrow. But remember, it is the southwesterly wind that's giving us the warm temperatures, so I think we'll take that. But we'll see another windy day tomorrow. Wind gusts anywhere between 15 to 25 miles per hour. But late tomorrow, a cold front comes in. That's going to change our wind direction, make it come more from the northwest. And what's to our northwest? Cold air. So
Yikes.
That's when we're going to start to see some colder air. So we'll have one more warm day. That's tomorrow. And then everything changes as we head into the weekend. I want to show you that with the hour-by-hour forecast going throughout the next several hours. I think even if you have early evening plans, they should be okay. But once we get after sunset, that's when the rain is going to be moving on in, and we'll see some showers continue throughout the evening. And then even as we head into tonight, we'll see more showers. So tomorrow may start the day similar to today with a few raindrops falling. But then as we move throughout the day, fairly dry. So we're not going to see any rain, at least for most of the afternoon. But once we get into the evening, that cold front is going to come in from the west. That will help spark off a few more showers. And it is not out of the question that we could be talking about some thunderstorms tomorrow as well. And given the atmospheric setup,
Okay.
it's not out of the question to see a stronger thunderstorm or two tomorrow.
And what time would we see this around?
I would say it's in the evening. So this is 9
Okay.
o'clock, so showing some of those storms moving through. I don't want to have people get too worried about this. It's a very small chance, but given the fact that there's been so much wind and there's a lot of wind in the atmosphere too, it doesn't take a very strong storm to tap into some of that wind and bring it down to the surface. So that's something we'll be keeping an eye on. And there is also the possibility, as this cold front comes in, every now and then when you have a front that comes in, you get a very strong pop of wind with it. That's possible with this as well. So
Okay.
we're going to be seeing that come in late tomorrow evening. Some
Ooh, yeah.
showers, possibly some storms Friday night, and then all of it moves off to the east
Oh, yeah, look at that.
by Saturday. And then Saturday is dry, so I don't think we're going to see any rain on Saturday.
It
But
also looked pretty clear up
Yeah.
until the evening.
yeah, we may see some breaks in the clouds, but remember, this is the new air mass that's in place, so
Okay.
we're going to be in the 50s. It's going to be much cooler. But then Saturday night into Sunday is when our next storm system comes in from the south. That's going to be an area of low pressure. That's going to bring us some more rain for a Sunday.
Okay.
So the weekend forecast, I think I put that next. There we go. Is
Yeah.
better. So Saturday's better than Sunday.
Yeah.
I do think that there's going to be some breaks in the clouds. I'm a little pessimistic when it comes to getting into sunshine this time of year. It's awfully hard to do. So I put mostly cloudy, but maybe we'll see some more breaks in the clouds and a little bit of sun every now and then on Saturday. But then on Sunday, the rain comes in, 46 for the high. Most of the heaviest rain is going to be south of Lansing towards Jackson, but still expecting a soggy day. Temperatures in the 40s. And again, that rain should begin Saturday night into Sunday.
Okay.
But again, we're going to be trading in the 70s to the 40s for highs on Sunday. But are you a fan of colder weather than that?
No, don't, no.
No?
No.
All right.
It's just
well,
a no.
The 10-day temperature trend shows colder weather than that.
gonna
So
cry.
Tuesday's Halloween, and we are
gonna feel like
forecasting
winter.
Yeah, a high of 39
gosh.
degrees. That's a high temperature of 39.
You kiddos out there, or whoever's going trick-or-treating, or whoever's going out and about, you better have layers as your Halloween costume. Like, whatever you're dressing as, dress warm.
Yeah, it's going to be chilly either way. And Chris did just ask, is the rain coming Sunday afternoon or all day? It's really going to be early in the day, but I think there's a chance that we could see showers from majority of our Sunday. It probably won't be until late in the evening that all of it begins to push away. Some of our models are kind of disagreeing with how it's going to shape out on Sunday, but at this point, I do think it's probably the wettest day overall, especially early in the day, but we'll probably see those showers linger into the afternoon and evening as well.
Okay, great question, Chris.
Yeah, appreciate that. But the temperatures, again, heading into next week, very cold. Some of the coldest high temperatures we've seen in quite some time. That will equate to low temperatures into the 20s again. So it is going to have that winter feel early next week. So trick-or-treating on Tuesday. It's going to be cold regardless. So that's something you want to be thinking of, getting the kids' costumes and things like that, incorporating the winter gear with you.
Usually children run from house to house to get their candy. I think, especially with these cold temperatures, to stay warm, they'll really be running.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And it's going to be chilly. They're going to need the gloves, too, I think, because it's going to be pretty cold as they're reaching and, doing all that stuff.
No, okay.
But let's talk about one more thing.
Oh, no, don't even say it.
As we head into
This is
Tuesday.
bad news.
Yeah, so many of our computer models are hinting at that we'll see possibly some lake effect precipitation develop on Tuesday, but it may also be enhanced by an upper level disturbance that comes in on Tuesday. If that ends up happening, we'll have a slightly better chance of seeing things fall from the sky, and we're not talking about rain. We are talking about possibly seeing some snow showers on Tuesday, maybe mixing in with a little bit of some rain.
Just hearing you say that.
But yeah, Tuesday, especially in the afternoon and evening hours, that's when this will likely happen. Seeing potentially the first snowflakes of the season. They may coincide with trick-or-treating on Tuesday. So it is going to be awfully cold and potentially seeing a few snowflakes. I'm not expecting any accumulation from this. I don't expect any road impacts or anything like that. However, the first snowflakes of the season will likely come on Tuesday, I think.
That's got to be a trick. Definitely not a treat.
Well, it's that time of year, and remember a couple of weeks ago you asked me about Halloween, and I said it's looking cold.
You did say that. You warned us.
And here it is. So
I know.
I never wanted to say it, but I always thought that we were going to get some snow by the end of this month. It may take until the very final day of this month to see a few snowflakes, but it is possible on Tuesday. Maybe things will change, but at this point, it does look like we're going to see at least something. But again, not more than just a few flurries. I don't want anyone to be panicking over this. But it is going to be cold and potentially seeing some snow on Halloween. But, if you ask your parents, they all say, I remember when I was a kid, I was trick-or-treating in 8 inches of snow.
You do what you want for the candy.
Yeah.
That's your sacrifice.
Yeah. And it's just going to be some snowflakes falling from the sky. So chilly, very cold coming. So enjoy the 70s today. Enjoy the 70s tomorrow because it's all going away.
All right. Well, thank you, Colton, for that. We had started off pretty strong, and then it just kind of...
follow us for more good news. It's tough, and a lot of people aren't fans of it. But personally, I'm ready. I'm ready for the cold.
We live in Michigan. It's expected.
November starts 1 week in a week, less than a week. So I think it's next Wednesday. Is the first.
Yeah.
So.
Daylight saving ending.
Exactly, and then not this weekend, but next weekend is when we fall back with our clocks. That means we're going to get the sunsets happening, at 5 something. So, hello fall.
Do some jumping jacks to stay awake or something.
Yeah. So it's going to be, but I like when we fall back because I like the earlier sunrises.
Yeah, it gets you up. It's easier to get up.
Yes, I don't like driving to work when it's dark out. So
like a zombie going in, and you're like, "Where's my coffee?"
Right. So that'll be better. But again, the sunset happening at 5 o'clock is not the best. But
well, maybe it'll help us go to bed earlier.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
But remember, in 2 months from now, when we get into December, we'll be seeing daylight increasing. So we only have 2 more months of our days getting shorter.
Hey, that's the good news.
Positive.
All right.
Yes, positivity.
Well, for any changes in the forecast, as you heard Colton just say, it's going to be getting much colder. You're going to have the rain chances, possible thunderstorms Friday night, and snow. So if you want any updates on that, we're going to have to change this graphic pretty soon, too.
Yeah, and we'll keep you updated. Maybe things will change. It is possible as we move forward here that things change for next week, but it does look like there is at least some chance to see some snow on Tuesday, but nothing accumulating, nothing major, nothing crazy. But some snowflakes are possible on Halloween. And if you're going to be out trick-or-treating, you can download the News 10 First Alert weather app, because you can get radar data right there with you, so you can track those snow showers, and you'll get video updates as we get closer to, because we'll be closely watching the forecast and monitoring it so that we let you know what happens.
All right. Well, thank you, Colton. Yeah, stay up to date with the First Alert weather app. Until then, we're going to keep you up to date with what we have coming up during First at 4 and our 90 minutes of news. And so I'm going to start it with our You're Not Alone mental health series and showing you this full screen right here. You want to go ahead and scan that QR code. It'll pull up a list of mental health resources, so you can go check that out. Trying to bring Riley on the desk. She's busy with her story. So, yes, what we have coming up today, as you heard Rachelle talk about Studio 10, they're bringing in a therapist and also an influential woman who is talking about their own mental health being impacted by cyberbullying. So, know that you're not alone. You know, I've gone through things. I know other people have gone through things. That emotional well-being gets a little shaken up. We're also heading into the winter months where there's a lack of sunlight, a lack of vitamin D, that needed nutrients that you need for your body. And so if you're feeling, seasonal depression or seasonal affective disorder, know that you're not alone. And there are resources to help you, whether it's behavioral, counseling, psychotherapy, just a therapist, psychologist, anything of the sort. Go scan that QR code on the right side of your screen. You can also give a call to the Lifeline chat at 988. That number again is 988. Now, real quick, I do want to share what's coming up during First at 4. We're going to have more on cyberbullying and mental health. So we also have a health expert coming in to talk about what you need to know with cyberbullying, especially with all more technology advancing, and you're talking about a lot more younger people, teens, and even elementary school students. A lot of young people getting into social media these days, and when you go on there, it can impact your health. So we're going to share what you can do to help improve your health and kind of limit all of those factors that weigh down on your mental health. And then coming up on News 10 at 5, Aaron Bowling has the latest on the UAW strike now that a deal has been reached between the union and Ford Motor Company. Strike is continuing on for GM and Stellantis, but a tentative agreement or a deal reached between the union and Ford. So Aaron will have more coming up on News 10 at 5. Coming up on News 10 at 5:30, the state Christmas tree has been harvested from northern Michigan. And guess what? It is on its way to Lansing. So we check in with our sister station in Traverse City to take a look at the tree's journey. We're not even at Halloween yet. We're bringing down the Christmas tree. But hey, you got to start off the holiday season somehow, so there you go. And coming up on News 10 at 6, Election Day is right around the corner, and as part of our series to introduce you to the candidates, our very own Justin Kent tells us about those running for Lansing City Council, Ward 3. We do have Amaya out in the field right now sharing what she has coming up during our 90 minutes of news. We're going to send it to her real quick.
This may not look like much now, but soon this vacant parking lot will become Lansing's new public safety complex. They're hoping to have this building up and running by the end of 2025, going into 2026. Now I'll have more on this story coming up in our 90 minutes of news, but for now, over to you.
All right, thank you, Amaya. And I do have to say, before we get into what Riley's covering today, birthday girl!
Yes, it is.
Happy birthday.
It is the day of my birth. Thank you
Yes,
very,
it is.
very much. Taylor already sweetened me up with a big bag of Kit Kats. They're my favorite candy in the whole
best.
world. So she definitely treated me this morning. So.
You deserve that. You work hard. Again, since Riley's been here, I'm sure you've all seen her growth. She's improved greatly. So
Oh, well, thank you very much, Taylor.
you're getting
That
older and
touches
you're getting
me.
wiser and you're just getting,
That's
you're
right.
blossoming.
And there's nothing I'd rather be doing on my birthday than reporting for
There you
News
go.
10.
There
And
you
that
go.
is the truth. Some people might tease me for that, but that is the truth. I love to
We
be
get to
at work
hang
on
out
my
with you.
birthday. Yeah, there you go. There you go. We're all friends here. It's like having a big party through
We
the
went
day.
out Tuesday to the Lansing Shuffle, did
Oh,
some
yeah.
trivia night.
Yeah, we didn't do quite well, but we tried our best, and that's what matters.
That is what matters.
Absolutely.
If they had current events on there, we would have crushed it.
I know, we definitely would have crushed it, especially today's current event, which is coming up in my story on News 10 at 6. I'm sure everybody at home has been following along with the dispute between Brenda Tracy and Mel Tucker, who's the now former head football coach at Michigan State University.
Yeah.
So his team appeared in court earlier today at the Ingham County Courthouse in Mason. They appeared on his behalf, so he was not there in person or over Zoom, but Brenda Tracy, the plaintiff in this case, was there in person with her team as well. They kept it brief. This hearing was to extend the order of protection, which would, kind of lays out these guidelines for, things that the plaintiff and defendant can and cannot do, in terms of releasing information about the other person. So it kind of sets those guidelines for, this is, as a judge, what I need the both of you to do in order to, make it to the trial and make sure that we're doing things the right way.
Yeah, well, it's been a complicated, ongoing case with a lot of different factors, so laying down the ground rules.
Something that's gotten a lot of media attention too, which certainly played a factor for the judge earlier today, who said, as long as we keep having these things be let out in public, a very unique situation, very unique case and set of circumstances. This hearing was all about trying to make an effort to, as they move along to trial, that things stay, clean, and as the justice system, allows for it, making sure that everybody's following along with the process. So it was just a quick meeting to make sure that they can extend that order of protection, and for the judge to lay down kind of the law of the land in terms of, here's information that you can put out there and the stuff that you need to be keeping to yourself. So we're going to go a little bit more in detail about that at 6. A lot of people may be asking, what does that even mean? So we're going to break it down a little bit about kind of what the order of protection is, and then what is included in that order of protection, and some of the comments that the judge shared earlier as well about the case. And they have set some dates for pretrial and trial. That pretrial is going to come in February of 2024, and the trial itself will come early March of 2024. So they're starting to move things along too. So couple of updates to get if you stick around for News 10 at 6.
All right, thank you, Riley. Again, like she just said, News 10 at 6, that's where you can catch more on our story between the whole case with former Michigan State head football coach Mel Tucker and Brenda Tracy. I'll actually give a live look outside at Michigan State University real quick, showing you more and kind of just the weather and, of course, tying it in with Riley's story. And then I'll give you another look in just a second. I'm going to switch the cameras here, give you more looks outside. So yes, you're taking a live look over Michigan State University right now. Let me give you a live look outside of Jackson. Like Colton was saying, the weather is clearing up. We had those rain showers earlier this morning, but as you're taking a look outside right now, looking dry, just kind of cloudy at the moment. So we'll continue to track all of that on Studio 10. That is coming up in just over half an hour here. And I'll give you one last look. We'll take a look in Delta Township right here. Yep, traffic moving pretty smoothly. Still seeing those a little bit darker skies, not too dark. But yeah, stay on top of the weather with First Alert Weather app. And of course, you can always stay up to date with News 10 on air and over our online digital platforms. You can always head to WILX.com. That is our website. Or again, if you have the WILX app or the First Alert Weather app, great tools to have on your phone as well to stay updated. You can always get those push notifications. I know when I'm not at work, of course, when I'm here in the newsroom, you're seeing a bunch of things. But when I leave work, I'm not always up to date on it, except when I get the little push notification on my phone, I go, that's how I'm staying up to date. So stay up to date with WILX. We'll see you on Studio 10 coming up at 3, followed by First at 4 and our 90 minutes of news. Happy Thursday, everyone.